Hi guys, it's your girl Jay, and welcome back to the Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 34th and Crenshaw where you can sit back, relax, and talk K-pop with your friends. Jazz, how are you doing this evening?
I'm good.
Okay, phew. I thought your audio was off, so I was just waiting for that, to signal. We gotta know what happened with you this week. You're who we live vicariously through.
Honestly, I feel like you've been doing more than I have.
Are you calling me a city girl? No.
No.
Don't say it so dismayly. No, I mean, I guess maybe I'm in my, I don't know, SNSD era. Like maybe I'm just thriving. Stop doing that. No.
Is that to make up for what you missed out for when you almost got into SNSD?
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's what I'm owed. You know what? SM, it's what I'm owed. Maybe the whole thing that's been happening with Hybe and Kakao and SM, that's their karma for not putting me in SNSD. Wait a second.
Is that what it is?
Because the sense is sensing. Okay, so guys, we finally understand. It was my dude karma. You're welcome. But no, I don't know. I feel like I'm very much, I think I had talked about this, but my kind of mentality for 2023 was just the year of yes. Just say yes to stuff, even if I don't think it might work out, just say yes to it. So, I'm trying to go out more and interact and mingle with people more. I swear I'm not an extrovert, but I do feel I come alive when I can interact and talk to people. So I'm kind of.
So you're an extrovert?
No, because but think about it. I think I'm an ambivert or whatever they call it. But I also think
Extrovert.
No. I took the Mr. Myers-Briggs. I took his test.
You lied.
No.
It's okay. We all do it the first time. It's all about the second time.
Low-key, mine did kind of change the first time I did it versus the second time I did it. But no, I was it was I think I was extrovert, but it was very close. So it was
so you are.
I mean, no, it's half and half. But I think I already lived my best extrovert life over the pandemic where, no one could go out. And now I'm just kind of readjusting. So I don't know. Guys, romanticize your life. That's what TikTok is telling me. Speaking of TikTok, so is it banned or what?
I saw people making fun of whoever they're speaking. What is it, Congress?
Yeah.
Is that the one? Yeah.
There was a congressional, very like they did with Mark Zuckerberg, which I think at one point one of the Congress people called him Mike Zuckerberg, and I had a good.
I don't know why. After that one, they should have learned to be better. Because, from what I've seen, it sounds like they didn't improve and they made a fool of themselves again. So now it's I don't know if TikTok's going to go anywhere with, what they were doing. But I didn't see it all, so I can't really fully judge.
Yeah, I'm working my way through. The video I'm watching is 7 hours. So I'm okay, I'll watch a iCarly.
You actually watching it?
Well, I'm trying to, because I'm trying to be if I'm going to have an opinion on something, I want to make sure I saw the source firsthand, so I can be okay, I remember seeing that and this is how I felt about it. But it is really, really long, and I've watched the same parts over again 10 times because I keep losing my spot, because YouTube does not actually save your position. Sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't.
I was going to say, sometimes it does.
Yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, I feel it's really weird because it's basically just a scolding of him, the TikTok CEO, because they'll ask him these questions but then not let him answer, and I'm so what was the point of this? Literally some lady was oh, so I don't know, something about privacy, and then he was chairman or gentle lady or whatever they were calling them, I do not know, and then she cut him off and she was yeah, I think the answer is yes. Okay, moving on. I was so if you knew the answer, why ask this young man? But yeah, it's really messy. Yeah, Daisy says, woo, that hearing was a mess. Hwasung says, poor TikTok CEO trying to explain how Wi-Fi works. Did you see this clip?
No.
So basically one of the Congress people asked, does
oh wait, I think I've seen clips of people, I've seen people make fun of this happening.
Yeah.
Not the actual clip of it.
Yeah. It was basically him just asking him, do you have to access the Wi-Fi? Like, does TikTok access the Wi-Fi of somebody, like somebody's home Wi-Fi? And it's like, well, yeah, if they're using their Wi-Fi and they're at home, yeah. But I think it was supposed to be some type of security question or something. Like, can you access other things that are also on the Wi-Fi? But the way that they asked the first question, it's like, well, duh, that's how all the apps work, sir.
I'm telling you, like, what did they learn from this Facebook thing? I feel like nothing came from that. I guess it might be like new people, but like, still.
Yeah, it's very, it was very messy. Tia says they kept asking him about China and the man literally told him he is Singaporean. Yeah, he like lives there. So it's just kind of like, I mean, here's the thing. I do think I get the points they were trying to make, but I feel like it just seemed very hypocritical. Like, for example, they kept asking him, do you plan to use the data you collect from TikTok and sell it to like third parties? And I think, they're concerned if he'll sell it to third parties and specifically China. But then he kept like mentioning, and it's true, that that's not illegal to do in the US. Like literally Facebook does it. But like you guys need to make policy to make that illegal. Yeah. Like they're asking him to do it, but it's like you guys need to make the policy, and that's your job. Like why aren't you making policy? Like they're asking him to volunteer. And yes, as like a person who's claiming to give a shit about the well-being of Americans and stuff like that, you shouldn't be collecting certain data. But the thing is, if it's not illegal in America to do, then that's you guys' fault. Like, why isn't there something, like, why is that even something that any app or any website can do? Like, it just seemed very hypocritical. So it just was like, do you guys realize this is your job? Like, not to say that he wasn't being shady too. Like, he was being very vague as to what type of ownership, like what kind of stake China would have in TikTok, because ByteDance, which is their parent company, I believe China, like the Chinese government has like stock or something like in that, and like apparently there's like some type of thing where like China can ask any Chinese company to hand over information or something. So that was like a thing. So he kept being vague as to whether TikTok is a Chinese. I think he was like, I feel like he was kind of beating around the bush with that. But other than that, I feel like they're asking him very like, I don't know, very stuff that just got me angry, because it was just like, okay, but what about Americans? Like, and trigger warning, this is about death, and I really don't want to sound insensitive, but at one point they talk about like some of the harmful challenges that happen on TikTok, and specifically they bring out a family whose child passed away in relation to something they saw on TikTok. And so they were like, yeah, like essentially like, what are you doing to like blah blah, like blah blah. And if this whole idea is like to ban TikTok because it can be harmful to children, I'm like, so guns though, like it's just kind of like hypocritical. Like I don't know, but not to say like, obviously if it's hurting kids, if they're hurting teens, yeah, it needs to be dealt with. But it's just to see y'all go so hard at TikTok, and yet America has had this problem with guns for years, and like for some reason we can't push through any type of legislation. I mean, I'm not saying
I've always been looking for scapegoats, so they've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Like video games, I still remember them just talking about video games like that was the whole entire reason that people are dying, like going out and shooting people. And it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't start with a video game.
Exactly.
There was something wrong with their brain before that.
Yeah.
Or like maybe after. I don't know.
And it's like
video games is not it.
Yeah. And if you want to like make it a mental health thing, then put more resources towards that. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of scapegoating, and it's messy. Let's see. Wait, AOC was there? Oh, Andre says the TikTok hearings were a mess. This is when we need to be anxious because they have no clue. You said
I mean, they're all old there. So.
That's true. I saw
except for AOC, I guess. She's probably like the youngest.
Probably like 30 something. Was AOC on the congressional board? I don't think she was, because I think I saw a report that said like the youngest person was like 40, because apparently to be on that board, it's really hard to get on it. So it's usually only like the older people that's just been on it for a while. But they said like out of everyone on that board, they could only confirm one person having a TikTok account. So it's just like maybe get some people who actually use this.
Yeah.
But yeah. Tiffany says, hey Tiffany, says no, because they were saying that they want a ban for the safety of children. What about gun restrictions? There's more worried about kids doing the right stuff. Listen, I mean, I feel like it's hard because I'm not trying to be pro tech. I don't even know, but I do like, not to be all it starts at the home, but like it is kind of hard to be like, okay, you're this big platform, you have to siphon through, because anyone can upload anything, you have to siphon through all this data. Some of it is going to be harmful because it's self-publishing. So I do think it's like hard, and I do think there should be more resources at making sure that things that should not be on there aren't on there, making sure harmful things don't get picked up by the algorithm and shown to like kids or and things like that. But it's also like, that's a hard task. Like, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah.
Leanne says, exactly. TikTok definitely has flaws, but so do all social media. Daisy says, the thing is, there's legitimate concern about TikTok in China manipulating the app, but like, why can't they make that claim without being so blatantly like racist? Yikes. Yeah. I feel like if they were just straightforward, that they're like, our concern is that you're gathering information and giving it to China. I feel like there are other concerns, but the main concern was that one. I don't know. But yeah. We'll see. I saw that they were already making thirst trap edits for this man. Gen Z, come forward. I need to scold you. Liam and your same age Chingus, come forward, because what's going on? Why are y'all making thirst traps for every man over the age of 45? Like, they made a Pedro Pascal a sex symbol, and now they're making the TikTok CEO.
Ooh. Well, Pedro Pascal has like the personality, I guess. That goes with it.
Are you a Pedrite? Are you a Pedro?
No. I mean, I like him as an actor. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Shuin?
His personalities just seem so fun.
Shuin better watch out. Shuin, she said that you're a notice. Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Okay, Shuin. But yeah. But okay, so let's jump in. Ooh, this is like record timing, the quickest. Well, first of all, I want to say hello to everyone at the bar right now. Hopefully you all have a snack, a drink. You guys are sitting back, relaxing, chilling. I'm so glad that you guys could make it. It's quite a late edition of the Sleepy Idol. But you know, hopefully we can still have some fun. But speaking of fun, let's get into our first story. Okay, segue. Let's get into our first story. I know that was like such a not even good segue. Which is, ooh. So
you're tuning your own horn.
Right. It was like not even that impressive. But calling all second gen stands, the retirement home, empty out the retirement home, y'all, get the canes, because one of the relics of our prime, I guess you would say, may or may not be coming back. Actually, I think it may be coming back. I think the reports claimed that it was. And of course, as many of you guys who keep your ears to the K-pop streets probably know, I'm talking about the rumored/confirmed Strong Heart revival. That's right. On March 20th, a news outlet reported that SBS will produce a new version of Strong Heart, and that Kang Ho-dong and Lee Seung-gi will be the host. In the response to the report, a representative from SBS confirmed, "We are currently preparing for Strong Heart League, which is a tentative title, with Kang Ho-dong and Lee Seung-gi. It is to be scheduled to premiere in May." So that's actually really, really close. So for those of you guys who may not remember what Strong Heart was, basically it was a talk show that aired from 2009 to 2013, in which the guests of each episode basically competed by telling stories, and whoever told the best story at the end would receive the Strong Heart title. So yeah, it also mentions in this article that they underwent, during the course of the show, they underwent some MC changes, but it looks like for this revival, they'll be having the original two hosts. And so that would be exactly 10 years since it stopped airing, which I find crazy. Yeah, it stopped airing in 2013 and it's 2023, allegedly. I still think it's 2019. But yeah, so first off, Jazz in chat, were you guys a fan of Strongheart during its original airing?
I don't think I've ever watched Strongheart.
Really?
But I've seen clips. So
Okay.
I never knew what it was actually about. So you describing it, I'm like, oh, is that what it was? It was a competition?
Yeah, it was basically, well, it was a competition, yeah, but I feel like it was just like the being able to tell different types of stories was like kind of like that's kind of what made it more of like a talk show, I feel. But I thought it was really funny because I'm pretty sure we had talked about this last week, because I had mentioned about how like older idols would go on there and spill all their hot goss.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of interested because now a lot of the idols that when it was airing who were like too into their idol bag to really be spilling the tea like that, now they can come on. Taeyeon can tell us the truth about Oreo Gate. You know, Chen can tell us, you know, when he...
Oh gosh, Chen will never. Chen, no.
Chen Sing Machine. Listen, if Chen does that for me, I got you, Chen. I got you. I'll make your dreams come true. He's like, who?
How? Who and how?
But let me jump into chat real quick. Tia says, oh my gosh, my teenage self internally screaming. Same. It does. If you like literally just Google Strongheart and look at like some of the cast pictures, it's like prime SNSD, 2PM, 2NE1, Big Bang. Like it really takes you back just even looking at like a picture. Like it's so aggressively second gen. But yeah, it's definitely a throwback. Ooh, this is interesting. Tia says, I hope they bring back Hello Baby.
Oh, I never really watched Hello Baby, but that would be nice.
That'd be really cute. That definitely was like...
There's another show that I used to love that used to just like have idols. It would be a specific group every season. Sesame Player?
That sounds familiar. Is that like Weekly Idol type show?
No, it was like... What's it called? That it was like, oh my gosh, now I need to know. It had like EXO Showtime type thing.
Oh, Data Kunya or
I feel like it was something Player. I think Infinite had one. Who else had one? B1A4 had one.
Okay, I don't think I know what this is. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was Sesame Player.
Oh, what's that? I don't think I know what that is.
I don't know, but I used to watch it. Like, that's how
you said.
It would just have like a different.
Oh, was it a season or just one episode? It would have
a season. Like they would have their own season.
Oh, I'm looking down at Jasmine, by the way, everyone, because you're under me. You're like, how dare you? You'd make such a good evil chaebol on like a K-drama. How dare you? Me? Yeah.
You're the one looking down on me, and I'm the one that would be
But evil. The way you said, how dare you?
I've been watching, what's it called? What's it called? The Glory. Let me tell you.
That girl.
I'm the main character. Who are they?
No.
I'm kidding. No, you are not.
She was evil.
Is she? And her little smile. I can't stand it. She like...
The older one or the younger one?
The older one.
Oh.
I don't remember what the younger one looks like.
The younger one, I feel like, was more evil than the older one.
Oh, yeah, she was more evil, but like the older one would just be like, her smile would irritate me.
She was like...
I'm still watching it, so I hadn't finished it yet.
Me either. We got to talk about that. Okay, we'll talk about that on Open Bar, because that was another one that I was like crazy to watch. Ooh, Tia said, also we got married. I don't think...
They're never going to bring that back.
Currently, well, here's the thing. In
this climate.
I was going to say, in this climate change. Currently, okay, so idols added the question, but if they did non-idols, do you think it could, or mixed couples where it's like one idol, one actor, one idol, one gag person, one idol?
Didn't they used to do that?
Yeah.
I feel like they had seasons like that.
I think in the beginning
that would work.
It was like, I remember the one guy from SS501 was in the first season, but it was pretty much a mixed bag. But then it like started having like a lot of idols, and I'm not one of those like idols ruin everything type people, but like I definitely think it changes the way people interact with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be
true.
Interesting. Leanne says, I've seen clips of / compilations, but I got into K-pop, K-dramas, K-variety a year after or two after it ended. I mean, I definitely think watching the clips definitely gives you the gist of like the best stories and things like that. But yeah. Andre says, oh, is Strong Heart the one where GD said he was drunk dancing in front of SNSD and they looked funny at him? I'm pretty sure it is, because that story seems very familiar. Ooh, this is a good one. Lami says, I hope Sistar, or at least some of the members, go on Strong Heart for a pseudo summer comeback for spilling tea. They're like the queens of spilling tea and like telling it as it is. So I feel like they'd be very blunt. Yeah.
I just want newer groups to go on. Well, not newer groups. Groups that didn't experience Strong Heart. So like EXO, I want them on there. Chen, I don't think he'll ever talk about his children. But I want them to talk about people leaving and all of that. Or like just stuff that I always wanted to hear about. Like, yeah, I want to hear that stuff.
Ooh.
Or what's another group that hasn't experienced it? BTS. But I feel like they do so much that I'm like, I feel like your life is
already too busy.
Already displayed.
But I'd
like to see 17.
Ooh. That's a great question though.
7.
Who would you want on and to talk about what? So you're saying you want EXO on to talk about when Chris, Luhan, and Tao left. I think Suho they'd have to strap him in, hold him back. He might start swinging on Kang Ho Dong. So
Suho's sick. He's like locked in the car. Get me out! I swear. Yeah.
Of course, we need Taeyeon to sit down there and talk about both Oreo Gate and Jessica Jung, her arch nemesis. I'm just kidding. Hear that. I'm just kidding. They're not arch nemesis. Anyway, yeah, I want to hear that.
That we know of.
Of course, we need Jimin and Jungyeon to sit down and how should because
I still don't understand this and where I even started. I tried to find like a video on it. I could only find videos that were just showing me them being shady. Like I saw one clip of like Jungyeon, like they were at some music show or something, and they're like laughing, and then in the background on the TV, Jimin is like dancing, and she's like, and like everyone else is still laughing or whatever, and I was like, dang, she really hates this man. Like, why specifically when he came on the screen?
Oh,
did her smile like just go away? Like she was just done.
Oh gosh, that is so, their whole fake beef, like that is just, I don't think it's real. I think it's just very funny and coincidental, like gifts that just happen to work in the favor. But the lore behind that, so funny. Oh gosh. A Daisy says, no, never, no idol should go through the psychological torment We Got Married brings. Yeah. I mean, like, the way people interact with We Got Married is the definition of is you is or is you ain't. Like, it's like they want them to be, like, they get mad if it's fake, but then they also get mad if it's real. So you just have to live in some hell-like limbo where you have to be lovey-dovey, but not too lovey-dovey, because then it's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ooh. Personally, would love all the inside meth with TR and AOA.
Ooh.
That would be... I feel like Tiara, they maybe do it. I don't know if AOA would do it, but I feel like Tiara at this point. The situation's out of control.
I want Le Sserafim.
Too early. They could not.
Is it too early?
Maybe in 10 years. Come back in 2033.
Too early. It's been a year. I need to know. How did you feel?
They really did gather up out of here, and then we haven't heard a peep since. Well, Hybe is ruthless. But yeah, Tiffany says, I kind of want to see BTS go on because I know they have so much tea. The Jimin and Chaeyoung beef is so funny and random. It really is. Especially the Set Me Free TikTok you showed me. That was so funny. Oh gosh.
But the timing, like, how the heck? They had to have known.
Jimin knew.
Like, the CEOs are like best buddies. Or, well, ex-CEOs. Like, they have to know.
Jimin knew. He was like, let me just do this real quick to get on her nerves.
She's like, part 2. He said part 2, and there's like no part 1.
Oh.
Has nothing to do with Suga's version.
Okay, I was going to say.
Has nothing to do.
I was going to say.
I don't understand. It sounds nothing like his version. It has nothing to do with the lyrics of his version.
It's definitely interesting. And I definitely think for my own weird self, to me, it was a power move against Jonghyun because, you know, they have the most iconic beef. Ooh, this is a good one. And Daisy says, somebody get Jay Park on there with the rest. Not with the rest of 2 p.m. for a minute. By minute recap.
It's just the whole season is just them talking about a minute.
He's like, so I was on MySpace and y'all,
and we were at home. We were in the dorms.
It's like, y'all know the rest. Andre says, I mean, the way Mamamoo fans come at Eric Nam since him and Solo were on it. Hell, even the way Showels treat Nayeon when her and Taemin. Yeah, it's just such a weird. Some fans act so weird about it, even when it's over, that I just feel like, I don't know if it's specifically like a K-pop fan thing or just people who have hardcore fans. They're just very weird about just the way that this show works. I really don't understand it at all. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really, really excited. I hope that, you know, we have iconic second gen people spilling tea. I hope that, you know, people are really giving interesting stories, because it doesn't technically have to be tea. It can be like a sad story. It can be, from what I remember, it can be a lot of different things. But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. It would be cool to have like them spill like tea on stuff like we were there when it was happening, but we don't know like the background information. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I just thought that was a pretty fun, interesting story. And I know a lot of you, just like us, came into the game during second gen, so you would probably appreciate it. But we'll keep an eye out for the airing date. And I think we can move on to the next story. Ooh, wait. If anything, I just want Jessica to spill tea or somebody from SNSD to clear the air about her departure. Or maybe, do you think at this point...
I want her to talk about her book.
Ooh.
That's what I want.
That would... Ooh, under the guise...
And then also have SNSD, like, walk out after she, like, explains it. And they're like,
what is this, the Mari
show? We knew! That'd be so dramatic.
They're like, Taeyeon, you are the father. They start scrapping. Jessica runs. She's like, I know it.
Bad Girls Club. You know?
Ooh.
I need the drama.
I'd like CLC to go on and talk about how shifty Cube. Isn't Yoojin still in SNS or in Cube technically, right? While she's doing Kepler things.
Oh.
I feel like somebody said that last time, that she still technically has a contract with them. But yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I want to know why that guy from Stray Kids got kicked out. Who got kicked out of Stray Kids? Like, I know somebody got kicked out, I just don't remember what their name was.
What?
Somebody got kicked out of Stray Kids. Ooh,
Stray Kids?
Genie and Mix. That is too.
That's what I wanted to know. I was gonna say that, but I was like, that's literally way too soon. She just opened an Instagram. She's not trying to do anything.
She's not trying to shake the table just yet. She will though. I know. Oh, Woojin got kicked out. Guys, I'm gonna stray hair. Okay, I'm not as familiar.
I think I only started getting into them last year, so I only see the people of last year. So if he's not in the group last year, then I don't know who that is. Oh, I remember this guy.
Oh,
Whoops.
not after all being like, I'm sorry, I do not know that. Oh yeah.
It does look familiar. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh god. He got kicked out, but for what? Do we know? Do we know the tea? Do we know the tea? That's for you, Twice.
Illusions, reasons for leaving Stray Kids.
Don't say I never did anything for you once. All right. Well, we can go into more detail during open bar, but it seems like it would be really cool for them to just do ex-member episodes and all the ex-members spilling the tea about why they got kicked out. But yeah. All right, so we're keeping an eye out for that and moving on to the next topic. So this one I'm actually confused about because I was introduced to the concept and the topic in one sense, and it apparently wasn't what I was thinking about. So let me just start from how like I came upon the topic, and then we can like go into like more details. So what I saw is that on r/Twice, somebody posted a post about Chaeyoung from Twice wearing a QAnon. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Okay, a QAnon shirt. And I knew what QAnon was like vaguely. Like I knew that they were like weird conspiracy theorists, but I did not know like the tea. But essentially, for more detail, on Twice's Saturday, March 18th performance of Set Me Free on Music Bank, Chaeyoung was styled in a shirt that references the group QAnon. And many people pointed it out on like Twitter and such, and were really upset at their stylist, and urged them, the stylist, to be careful, specifically because Twice has been promoting a lot in America, and I don't know if this is a specifically American conspiracy theory group, but at the very least, like, American people are familiar with like QAnon, and there's a certain like reputation QAnon has, so being caught with a shirt might give the wrong representation or wrong like vibe in two ways. Like QAnon people might think she's like, what is it, dog whistling or whatever they call it, and then also people like who know what that is and know like how weird and the weird stuff they do might be like, oh, what is this girl doing? But anyway, I got from Yahoo News did a good job of kind of summarizing QAnon, like what QAnon is. So QAnon has shown support for former President Donald Trump and has become known for spreading baseless conspiracy theories, such as the notion of a satanic cabal of child abusing blank traffickers operating in opposition of Trump. Its members have also been associated with the conspiracy theory Pizzagate, which is widely considered to be the predecessor to QAnon conspiracy theories. Pizzagate claimed that the members of the U.S. Democratic Party were abusing children in the basement of a pizzeria in Washington, D.C. They've also been linked with the storming of the Capitol that happened on January 6th in response to Trump losing the presidency. So I don't know where they got this shirt. And it seems like I think it's fair to say that the stylist probably didn't know what it was. Chaeyoung probably didn't know what it was. Chaeyoung probably didn't know what it was. But apparently this is not the shirt in reference. The shirt in reference is this shirt, which is a picture she posted to her own Instagram, but she quickly deleted it as people started confronting her and sending her messages about this shirt being offensive. And essentially on the shirt, it is a picture of Sid Vicious, the bat. Rock and roll, guys. Sid Vicious, the bassist of the Sex Pistols, and on the shirt, it's him wearing a swastika. So, like I said, she posted it and apparently swiftly deleted it. And then on March 21st, Chaeyoung posted an apology in Korean and English. to, I believe, this was just a user on Twitter pointing out like what this shirt was originally before it got altered. But yeah, she posted to, I believe it was Twice's JYP fan page, I think. But in the post, she says, hello, this is, so JYP apologize. Why did I say Chaeyoung apologize? Okay, so hello, this is JYP Entertainment. Regarding Chaeyoung's Instagram post, we sincerely apologize for not correctly recognizing the meaning of the tilted swastika in this shirt. We deeply apologize for not thoroughly reviewing it from the label side, being absolutely responsible for this situation. In this regard, we will pay absolute attention in the future to prevent this situation from occurring from our side as well. Sincerely, we apologize again. So that was kind of where that ended, but a lot of people didn't like the fact that it seemed like JYP, and this is specifically for the shirt she wore on Instagram, not the QAnon shirt, because I think most people were like it was the stylist's fault. And also I think maybe QAnon is like more obscure, I guess, than like wearing like a swastika. So many people are like, oh, it could have been an honest like mistake and thinking it was just a cool shirt or whatever. But it seemed like a lot of people felt like JYP was shielding her and taking the blame, even though this was a picture that Chaeyoung posted of a shirt she wore to her personal Instagram. So thoughts? THOT. What are your thoughts? Do you think Chaeyoung, I keep calling her Chaeyoung should have posted a apology, a la Notes app directly from her own, mouth, her own whatever? Or do you think that this JYP Entertainment apology is fine?
I think she should have said something after she deleted it. I feel like most people do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Delete it, post another picture, and be like, regarding the picture that I deleted. I understand that was not good. Won't do that again. I'll check my shirts more often.
Yeah.
Than not.
Yeah, I feel like, because I do think a lot of people, I don't know, I just saw a lot of people being like, oh yeah, she's a grown woman, like you guys are shielding her, she made the whatever. And the thing is, not to be like, potentially saying shield her, what is it, like, you can technically be styled by stylist even if it's your off day clothes. Like, stylists work like around the clock, but I do definitely see like a swastika is a lot more like, okay, this is a swastika. And I know, like, depending on like the tilts of the swastika, it can mean different things. I think like it was like taken from, I think, a different culture or something like that. But I think even in the statement they say, oh, specifically the tilt, like we should have noticed that. So it's very, very interesting. So let's jump into chat to see what people are going to say. Ali says, why do the stylists even have that in the rack? They should kind of take the L for that instead. Yeah, I agree. Which is why I was kind of confused, because when I first saw the articles about this, it was saying that Chaeyoung apologized, and I was like, why is she apologizing? That's something that she was probably just given, like, to wear on stage. But yeah, I definitely think. Tiffany says, for this one, I can understand how the stylist may have not known what it meant, but for the other one, there's really no excuse. Yeah, and I definitely think that was like the consensus I was seeing. Like, people are like, okay, how don't you like notice that? Like, that's being pretty sloppy. I
do think at this point that you would think stylists would be searching like up any words that they don't know on their shirt. So I feel like this isn't the first time that something like this has happened. So it's like, I feel like I would start just being like, let me make sure that this stuff is good before I get fired tomorrow.
That's true. Yeah. It's like that quintessential just thinking something's cool without knowing what it means, and that getting you in trouble, like, a lot of the time. Yeah. Ali also says, fair, but like weird how they never seem to fact check anything in this modern day where we know.
That's what I mean.
That's true. Oops. Leanne says, I feel like if it just had been the QAnon shirt, that would have been somewhat understandable, but there isn't really any excuse for the other shirt, and fans saying she didn't know aren't helping the case. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Like, did she just think it was like an edgy shirt? Like, it's kind of, yeah, it kind of does make you like think. Chairmel, hey Chairmel, welcome to the stream. Not my apology to accept or reject, but I feel the apology could have gone more in depth about the cultural difference or of the hateful swastika versus the Asian swastika. So is it part of like Buddhist culture, like the original swastika? I'm not really sure. Yeah, I'm not quite sure of the source, but yeah, I definitely could see that as well. Tiffany says, as a one, seeing fans baby her and try to make excuses is frustrating. It isn't something unknown. It's a huge part of world history. There's no excuse, and she should release a more sincere apology. Yeah, I'm just really surprised. I felt like it's standard for the actual idol to say something, but maybe they didn't even want her to touch this with like a 10-foot pole. Like they just wanted no evidence of her doing this. So they're like, okay, we'll just handle it so it's not like Chaeyoung and swastika doesn't pop up like a lot, like even more than it already is. But yeah. Andre says, I mean, both shirts aren't okay. Like, I'm somewhat perplexed when situations like this happen, when the people working for the idols are supposed to be triple checking these things. That's true. Yeah, I feel like that QAnon shirt especially, because I feel like that's so obscure. Like, where did you find that?
Yeah.
Like, it's very interesting. But yeah, it's really crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, because I would say, like, usually with an apology, I usually think that this is the end. But because I feel like a lot of people are like, why didn't she say something herself? It might prolong this, issue. So yeah. I just thought that was crazy because it was literally like such a 1-2 punch. I didn't even know which shirt the apology was apologizing for. I was so confused. But yeah, we'll see. We'll follow the story to see if JYP or Chaeyoung herself has any like follow-up for it. But I think for now this seems like where they're gonna kind of leave it off. But again, like, who knows? A Daisy says, like, you want to push for an international market, but don't do the necessary background work to not offend other folks in different regions. It's tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like, I feel like as K-pop got more and more global, that was like people's like biggest concerns. Like a lot of this stuff that happens with K-pop idols that usually just stays in the K-pop idol fandom sphere, like now we'll put on like a more global stage and how that will be handled. But yeah, we'll see if anything else comes out of it. But for now, we'll move on to the next story, which I realized I didn't write a thingy for. So let me just don't worry, I got y'all. Okay, there we go. It's so tiny for some reason. There we go. Yeah. All right, y'all. So the podcast daughters are podcast daughtering.
Did you change something?
There we go.
Okay. I was like, it still says Chaeyoung.
Ooh.
Not anymore.
Sorry, this is interesting. Tiffany said, a reminder, JYP made Chuy do a video apology for holding her country's flag, but gave a basic ass apology.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking of that, and I was wondering if they were trying to like show that they're not trying to do that type of stuff anymore by taking ownership.
I mean,
sure, they could have done it back then, but now it's already in the past, so it's like you can't.
Yeah,
rewind.
That's
so
true.
Maybe they're just trying to.
That's very interesting. Yeah. Interesting. All right, y'all. So the podcast daughters have been podcast daughtering. That's what they do. But we got a really interesting story, and shout outs to Andre.
Who are the nieces?
Oh, who are the daughters?
I don't think we have daughters. Do we?
I think it's an age thing. So yeah, I think they are the nieces because they're actually infants, and then the daughters would be somebody who was like a bit older than them but still younger than us, which is like who?
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet is, well, I guess you're right. Well, they're like our same age. The only person younger than it would have to be like I don't know, even Blackpink. But they're like, they can't be no one's
You're older than them though.
Blackpink or Red Velvet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Blackpink.
true. That would work. But they just don't give daughter energy for some reason.
Twice.
Okay, good. Moving on.
You just wanted me to say twice. So it's Red Velvet and
no,
twice.
Listen, no. A second cousin twice removed. Not these technicalities. All right, so the podcast daughters have been daughtering, as I have repeated 8 times now. And apparently, we might be seeing an official IVE American debut in the future. So there was a report that said Kakao Entertainment announced a new partnership with Columbia Records, a subsidiary of Sony Music, through Kakao Entertainment America. This partnership aims to expand Kakao Entertainment's music distribution network and elevate its position in the global market by leveraging Columbia Records' unparalleled expertise in the North American music business. The partnership kicks off with the global management of one of Starship Entertainment rising stars, IVE, with IVE's first full-length album titled IVE, I Have IVE.
What? That's not really the name of it, is it? I thought that was just a design.
IVE. I have IVE. Well, that's what they're saying it is here. I thought it was the design too, honestly. And I had a brain hemorrhage by just saying that. So, not the...
I'm sorry. That's such a bad name. It's funny because I didn't even notice I was doing it.
You're like, I need to get my petticoat.
Because it's so bad. What is that?
IVE.
It's
I
like
have
a mouthful.
What if I died? Set to be released. IVE, I Have IVE. Set to be released on April 10th. The partnership will support the global music distribution, local marketing, and promotion of the album in North America, as well as the group's pre-release track, Keech, to be released on March 27th. Following IVE's North American debut, Kakao Entertainment will continue to support the growth of its artists' overseas careers while accelerating the global expansion of the music business, etc., etc., etc. So, okay, this seems like a soft launch. I thought it was a full launch, but it seems like the album very well may still have like Korean songs in it, which I guess that can still, like, plenty of K-pop groups have pushed into North American market with fully Korean songs. But it seems like as early as this upcoming album, they're going to start pushing IVE hardcore. So I think this is going to be like, we'll see them on Jimin Fallon. We'll see them on like...
Call him Jimin Fallon?
Didn't you see the thing where he said he called Jimmy Fallon Jimin Fallon? Aren't you the Jimin Ministry head priest?
I skimmed his interview.
Wow, I'm taking your priest necklace back.
I think I watched like 80% of it.
Okay, Stan. So, does Yoongi know you kicked him to the curb, or should I tell him?
Never. That would never happen.
Okay, you say
I was just watching a video of him dancing. I was like, oh, he's improved so much.
Yoongi, I know.
Look at him, yes.
Oh God,
he's getting so much better.
He just really is blossoming into his own. Like, I know I'm saying that as if he's not a 30-year-old man, but like his hair, his attitude, his vibe, he literally has his own show. Oh, king. He really should be the podcast boyfriend. Kyung-soo.
So we're kicking Dio out. As we were saying, how dare you?
Kyung-soo stays. Okay. Trimel says the deal is probably to put the albums in Target first, at least. I feel like it's a distribution thing. Well, I guess global music distribution, local marketing, and promotion of the album. Okay. I don't know. When I hear that, I feel like is that not going on shows and stuff, like physically? It might just be music based now that you mentioned that. Chaeyoung. There we go.
I mean, promotion of the album in North America sounds like they're gonna go.
That's true.
Like stuff like that, or like do BuzzFeed.
Ooh, puppies. The puppy interview.
Yeah,
that'd be so cute. They're sweet.
They are 5. I hope they don't have thirst tweets. I feel like they should do it and then have police come and get those people as they read it.
Find their use TikTok to find their location according to the Congress. Well, okay, maybe this was a bit of a clickbait, but I will say, how do we think IVE would do in America if they really went, full throttle with promotions? Do you think they would eat, or do you think they would starve? As in flop. Like, do you think...
I think their music is very American.
Really? Like
the... What's it called? The,
After Like?
Yeah.
How dare you have that response?
Sorry.
She couldn't even contain herself. That's a hater.
I think, what's it called? The second song they had was more...
narcissistic.
I can hear that on the radio.
Yeah I feel like I never really thought about it because I don't know, I feel like the idea of like the very targeted, deliberate North American push into like of a K-pop group is kind of like just such an archaic, outdated notion, because I feel like the K-pop stage and K-pop is so global now that everyone, like, unless you're like super like, no offense, Nugu, like everyone knows when everyone debuts, and it's like very accessible. So it's like if somebody catches on, they catch on. If somebody doesn't, they don't. Like it kind of reminds me of 50s Cupid song. Like it's just like organically going viral, and people from all around the world, whether they're K-pop fans or not, are like using it in their TikToks and things like that. So it's like, I mean, I guess you could like go on Jimmy Fallon to kind of like build on the momentum, but I feel like deliberate pushes are like, I don't know, they just don't. And I'm not saying I'm a business savvy person, but whatever. But I will say I never thought of that concept of like an IVE in America, but I definitely agree with you. I feel like people would love them. Like they're so like, it's so funny because I feel like a lot of people praise New Jeans for such a fresh, like realistic girl next door, like, the girl who you like, braid hair with in class, and like very realistic, and that works for them. But I feel like IVE is the exact opposite, and people will love them for it. Like they're very much like, we are luxurious, we're classy, we're like, we slut, like that kind of thing, and they very much lean into it, and I think a lot of people would enjoy that. So yeah. Let's see. Andre says, honestly, when I sent that to you, I saw American Debut, LOL, but it's probably more distribution and promotion, like going on Kelly Clarkson and such. But I still see that as like a legitimate push, because people who don't care about K-pop but like Kelly Clarkson would now be exposed to them. So I see that as like a deliberate way to like spread the knowledge of them in America. Yeah. Ooh, Chairmel, you better at blank. It's like, no, unpopular opinion. When groups push for America, the music always gets watered down most of the time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Who else had like American only releases besides BTS though?
I mean, maybe not American.
I guess twice.
Yeah, like uniquely like English songs. I think that could count. But I don't know. I feel like that's at them, Chairmel. I guess that's fair. I will say Boa, a queen ahead of her time, because her English album, when she was trying to do that back in like 2009, was so good. And granted, there were some songs that were just, actually I think like 2 maybe songs that were just English versions of songs she already had. But Energetic, Eat You Up, look, what is it? They're asking me what look what you made me do. I think I did it for love.
What you made me do. Oh.
Those were such good
She did a
songs.
Taylor Swift song before Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
Whoa.
She inspired the birth of Taylor Swift. She got
Oh.
Taylor Swift's parents together.
In 1989, Boa was somehow around in America.
Leave me alone.
Pennsylvania. Wow. Boa's out here doing, I don't know, magic.
Ooh, Magic by TXT. That's a good song. Um, Tiffany says, I feel like they should focus more on their Korean promotions since they have a good thing going for them, especially since they were a hot topic last year. I agree. Funny enough, didn't we have a similar conversation about New Jeans when they were popping off on Billboard, and we were wondering whether, like, you know, they were filming something in America, and so the question was if they're going to try to capitalize on the popularity of Ditto and Oh My OMG.
But did they even do anything?
I really to this day don't even know why they're in America and what they were filming, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they filmed like some of those, like, you know, Vogue magazines, BuzzFeed type things, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
A Daisy says, I think Monsta X had a pretty good run with their English albums.
Okay,
True.
they're the opposite for me, where it's like their music became better when they did like their English versions. I was like, wait a minute, I'm suddenly a Monsta X stan, but then they went back to Korean music, and I was like, okay, I guess.
I don't know why there's just some boy groups I never like vibe. Well, I agree. Like well, there's a couple Monsta X songs I like, but on a whole, for some reason I could never get in their discography. But for some reason their English songs just like spoke to me. But I feel like I just have a boy group intolerant ear or something like that.
Yes, you do. It's okay.
How dare.
I don't think it's fixable.
Not you making it terminal.
I was gonna say it's terminal.
What's going on?
Stage 4 non-boy group here. I'm so sorry.
Listen, I'm gonna try better, I promise. But yeah, so get ready for IVE to get that Grammy nod and get that Grammy win. Yeah, we're waiting on it. We're waiting for the podcast nieces to eat the way that they're supposed to eat. I'm really excited for their album though. They serve every single time, so iconic. All right, moving on to the next story. Chen, once again, setting the bar, slaying like you always do. What's that Michelle Obama thing? Because this is Chen's doing. No matter how you slice it to me, this has Chen's doing all over it. He's such an icon. So Chaz, do you want to get into telling the people about this new military bill that might be having these male idols running down the aisle into the baby carriage store?
I mean, do they have to run down the aisle? I think it's just
That's true. That's very traditional of me.
over the baby.
Hold on, I'm just trying to set it up. Let me see. Set it up, set it up, set it down. All right. Let's show the people. Let's tell the people about this. Sorry, I'm just stalling. All right, there we go. Hey, it worked.
So apparently there's been reports that there may be a new way for men to be exempt from the military. And that's going to be if they have 3 or more babies before they turn 30. This idea came because South Korea, they've been trying to desperately boost their nation's low birth rate because actually recently, I think this year, they beat their old low rate, which was, I think, in 2020 it was 0.84, and 2022 is now 0.78 births per woman.
Oh wow!
So they keep beating their own record,
Icons.
which is very interesting. So earlier this month, South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol ordered bold and sure measures to tackle this problem of like low birth rates earlier this month. And then, so there's been like pushback from like netizens and just like people in general. I was reading this Times article about it. So they interviewed like a couple of people. Some of the commenters that they highlighted was like they were like, are you encouraging teenagers to give birth? They interviewed this a guy, Jeffrey Robertson, an associate professor from Yonsei University in Seoul, and he told Time magazine that if the bill fails to see the unwanted costs young people associate with starting a family. And so I thought those were like two good points. I think there was another person that they interviewed. It was, I don't remember what the girl's name was, but she was saying that instead of like trying to incentivize,
yeah, incentivize,
yeah. There we go. Like having kids and all of that, like they need to work on like maybe making it equal for women, like women's rights and all of that, like and then like making people happier working and all of that, because then after that the change would probably follow of like having more procreation. So I thought that was a very interesting thing. So to address some of the concerns, the economic concerns, it was also reported that the government is considering to provide a monthly stipend of 1 million won per child until adulthood. So that's a total of 216 million won, which is $169,000 over the span of 18 years. So wow. These are just things that they're thinking of doing, like they're proposing, and I think they're still in review, so it's not like guaranteed. But it's very interesting. And I have like one question that I wanted to pose for a discussion, was just like, while it's not official, if it does become a law, how do you think this would change the landscape of male idols?
Chen would become the norm. Just kidding.
I mean, he's too late. You only had 2.
Step it up, Chen Sing machine. No, I kept saying that. I did see there was one huge Reddit thread about this, the Rcast K-pop thread, and the first thing I saw, and I was like, so true. They're like, well, that's literally saying that it's more burdenous to go to the military for a male idol than have 3 children.
I mean,
but I don't know, because
that makes sense though, I guess, because they're not doing much.
The children,
they can have the men. They're not the ones carrying the child and all of that.
But that's scary. Have my children.
3 different girls.
Okay,
all in 1 year. You can get it done in 1 year.
I think for that to happen, the standing and just respectability politics, I guess, society would have to change, because so usually when a male idol, because I definitely think we have proof that like just because you have kids and get married doesn't mean your career is over as a male idol. Like now we have proof, but those male idols are usually already established. For you to have 3 kids before you turn 30, you would have had to have them like started pretty young, which would be as you were building your career. And it's like, that would mean
if you're very
oh my gosh,
what is it, loyal to one girl, you know?
what are you promoting?
You got a Nick Cannon in your life, okay?
What the
Nick Cannon had how many kids in the course of just 5 years?
Nick Cannon needs to be stopped. He is a menace to society.
I heard that he has a new show coming out about finding his next baby daddy, or baby
Ooh,
baby mama.
Illegal.
The next baby daddy.
Switch it down.
Like, I'll find a way. I know you don't have the organs for it, but I will find a way.
Switch it down. Yeah, that's why. I mean, people were getting their PhDs in theology just to avoid the like they were getting Joe Kwan. We saw what happened to him, and that's like no joke either. I mean, it's not. I don't think I'm not comparing getting more schooling to having 3 kids, but but I feel like it's just, I mean, it's interesting, but I don't think it necessarily where it will hit the most is male idoldom, because I don't think they would want to have kids either. I mean, you could keep them secret, but then people will be like, how come you got exempt? And they're like, mind your business. Just mind your business.
I feel like, would people understand though? Like, would they just be like, well, you know what? At least you don't have to go. So the group can keep going.
That is the most understanding yet unhinged stand. Like, if they're like, well, you know, I can understand you had 3 kids to not go to the army. Yeah, you know, we all do
with
it.
the same woman? No? All right. So I can still have a chance.
Why do you keep pushing this Nick Cannon lifestyle upon us?
To help them out. I'm giving them ideas.
Oh, gosh.
Make it quick. Especially you procrastinated. You're like, oh my gosh, I only have 12 months before I have to go to the military.
Gotta.
You just go.
That is the most insane. I'm gonna jump in the chat.
Like, whoops, the thing, there's a hole in it. Oh no.
I'm sorry. Please stop watching this live stream. Please stop watching this live stream. Oh my god. All right. I'm so sorry. Hwasung said 3 children before 30. I said, I won't even have 1 dog before I'm 30, let alone 3 children. Wow. I won't even have 1 sea monkey before I'm 30. You know the other me?
Oh my gosh, I love
Andy Lawrence. Listen.
Exactly. I loved him. And that is the only reason I watched that movie.
Same.
Like 5 million times.
He was just Disney Channel boy perfection, I guess.
Yes, he was.
Lauren P said, nah, this is Jen's doing. And he's really been constantly raising the bar for us all. It's crazy. You know who paved the way? Chen Sing Machine. Chen Sing Machine. He paved the way. So 3 babies in this economy, exactly. I mean, at least they're like, okay, we'll give you a stipend, we'll give you a food voucher if you have these 3 kids. Okay, please. It's a mess. Leanne says, this reminds me of Yul Hee, Exla Bomb, and Min Hwan from FT Island. They had a kid and she was pregnant with twins when he had to list, ooh, hack, have twins. Triplets.
That's it. Didn't Octomom do something?
She
gotta figure out what she did.
Oh no.
I'm giving you ideas. Don't tell me.
Oh gosh.
Don't tell me I didn't do anything for you guys, okay?
But you are right though. A lot of the physical burden will be on the woman, like bearing the child. So this is quite interesting. Tiffany said this could also backfire because babies can start popping out, but that means someone will do it with the intention of avoiding marriage, which is crazy because, like, you know how they always talk about people having kids for the weirdest reasons, but them doing it anyway? Yeah, I don't think you want to encourage that. Huh?
Isn't that a thing, like divorce babies or like
not anchor babies? Oof, not that. That's not what I meant. Like marriage saving babies. Yeah.
That just sounds sad.
And like when like that whole like manosphere thing that you hear when they're like, oh, if you don't get married now, or if you're a woman, you don't have kids, you'll have no one there for you. Like, you're going to be lonely when you get older and stuff like that. And it's like, wait, y'all just having kids so you can have friends at 78? Like, what's going on? What do you mean? That's weird.
Yeah.
Jordy says that 3 is such a weird number. Why not just having 1 kid? They want to make it an obstacle. They want to weed out 3. The fakes.
Like, I feel like most people just want 2. That seems like the stable number. 3 seems like, and 3 or more. Like, it's just like, what the heck?
They're like,
that's really,
you got to go above and beyond for us, okay? Tiffany says, watch people start faking having babies. Honestly, they're gonna start like, I'm ready for the Photoshop.
Just to get that stipend or whatever. They're just gonna like, oh yeah, my kid. Oh, he's crying in the background. He's got like a YouTube video playing. Like, I need the money, please.
Oh god, that's so. Oh my god. Chairmel says 3 kids. They want to set up the 7th generation of K-pop.
Oh gosh.
No. Oh my god. Leanne says, you've heard of faking illnesses to get military exemptions. Not get ready for this. That is true. Like, there's already that problem and now woo, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it will be that of effect. It won't have that much of an effect of on like, I don't know, because that's just so crazy to have a baby just so you don't have to interrupt your K-pop career. Like, I don't know, that's just so.
You think that that'll be like the next scandal though? Like if this became a thing and then like they're just like you like living your life as an idol and then you find out like people found out that you have like 3 kids because you tried to hide it because you didn't.
Oh my gosh. That is absurd. Oh my god. No, please don't bring the kids into it. This is crazy. Yeah. Don't bring babies into it because you're just trying to go on Inkigayo one last time. Like,
but what if that's like their dream? They have to cancel it because they're below 30 and you're telling them to cancel their dream.
This is out of control. This is out of control. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Shut it down. Turn it on and shut it down. That's crazy. Don't bring the babies into this. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know. But yeah, that's really scary. What is going on? Nick Cannon wouldn't see it from his new bill.
I'm telling you, he'd be a trainer. Like he'd be like the guru.
My god.
Like Nick Cannon. Oh wait, no, that's wrong.
Give me your strength, Lord. I can only take this for so long. Okay, mess. All right, moving on to the next and final topic. Y'all hear about, I don't even know what I was gonna say.
Y'all hear about Nick Cannon's new show?
That show is cursed, please. And any person who goes on that show, I would love for you to love yourself, her.
I just had an idea. Nick Cannon, this bill gets passed. Nick Cannon makes a show to Korea and just going around and helping people.
You know, no.
I think, you know what? Hold on. I think I should get money if Nick Cannon does this. Okay. Save this
for this cursed idea.
This cursed idea. So I can sue. I'm like, I know you were watching. I knew you liked this podcast.
Fine, I'll be your lawyer for the lawsuit.
Thank you. Coming around.
It'll be an instant mistrial. All right, guys. For the last topic of the day, we have some updates on the HYBE SM Kakao love triangle. Second lead syndrome.
Should I?
Yeah. Did you did I write the notes? I forget.
No, I did.
Okay.
So HYBE accepted Calco's was it tender offer? I think
sweet and tender offer.
About this was that Calco started doing their a tender offer. Oop, did I freeze?
A bit, but it's
it looked like I did for a second. All right. But the last time they sent out a tender offer, I forgot how much for, but they did after HYBE had gotten like less than, I think, 1% more shares after they did their tender offer. So I guess HYBE is now hopping onto Calco's little tender offer and getting their money back, and plus some probably. I don't know how much they bought theirs for. So they sold all of their shares, and Calco is actually expecting to reach 35% shares by March 26th. So today. Or yesterday for them, I guess. So, and then analysts predict that the other shareholders will likely participate in the public purchase as the stock price has fluctuated greatly. So there's going to be, I guess, some other shareholders doing some moving around as well, but probably not as much as Calco. So, I just find it very interesting that they I was just like all in, and now they're just like, hey, just take it all back.
That is really weird that they're just like, well. So
I was wondering with LSM like selling his shares to HYBE and expecting them to keep going and being sad when he found out that they're not going, like keeping going or whatever. I was wondering if he's fuming about this or if he's happy that he caused it as like a disruption and is just like sitting there wealthy because he's still wealthy. It doesn't even matter. Because I think he got his point across.
Honestly, yeah, I was gonna say, what was the point? I do think it's kind of weird because I would expect him to be mad if he was as passionate as he was claiming before. But the fact that I mean, to be fair, this just happened, but like the fact that we haven't heard hide nor tail of anything yet just kind of seems like, what was this even about? Like, Father, I'm
It seemed
worried.
like very petty.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like it was.
A pettiness that he didn't even believe in, though. It just seemed like weird. I don't know.
I also had another question where I remember reading like a while ago while this was happening, like the HYBE share, like hit them buying shares and all of that, that a lot of SM stans were saying like, oh, SM probably wouldn't want to be owned by HYBE because HYBE is out here saying we want global domination basically, and they're like, SM doesn't want to be global, like that's not their goal. But now that Calco is like, they have majority shares and now they're talking about IVE going global, I'm like, do you think that Calco like waited for all of this to settle down and then they were like, all right, so IVE is going global. Like, now that we got that out the way, we also want to be global. So we just wanted you to be on our side as we stay quiet. But we are the same as HYBE.
I feel like that's an interesting assertion from these SM stams, because in what aspect does SM not want to go global? I feel like SM was one of the first people that were like SM was like one of the first like companies that were like just always having non-Korean idols in their like line. Like what is that?
I think it's the fact that they don't do as much as like other artists. Like I've never seen Red Velvet on Kelly Clarkson or anything. I think the only
NCT
people I've seen are aespa.
Has
NCT gone on anything?
I don't know, but I feel like they've done something where it's like, I mean, that song with Jason Derulo, of course, which is as global as it gets.
Oh, I forgot that happened.
How dare you? How dare you?
It's like an alternate universe. What the heck?
NCT as like a unit really be collabing with everyone. They have a song with pretty much NCT Dream.
Yeah, they did. Well, Dream, yeah.
SNSD
I remember that one.
SNSD on David Letterman. Yeah, Boa's whole existence with her English.
You said they're on David Letterman.
Yeah, they were.
So listen, David Letterman, has he had a show? He has a show.
Oh wait, was it David Letterman or was it Regis and Kelly? I remember
those are like the same thing. I was expecting you to say like, where's that Jimmy Fallon? I'm like a singular white person. Regis and Kelly. Where's that Regis? I'm sorry, he died.
Oh, this was before. Rest in peace, Reach. This is before. But it might have been Ryan and Kelly. It should have been her husband and her. I think it is now. Ryan left finally.
Did he?
Offense. Yeah, recently. I'm like,
well, it was time.
It's about damn time. In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental romantic, because it should be her husband. They have such.
What is that?
Isn't that the choreo? It should be her husband. They have so much chemistry. Okay, Jessica said
I would hope so. Imagine. They're terrible together.
To be fair, you can have like chemistry with your spouse like in private, but then are awkward like on screen, because it's just like kind of different. But yeah, they're stiff. They have no just kidding. SM pushed for the US at the wrong time. They're ahead of the time, to be honest. Do we think, what is the tea? Okay, can we have this conversation? Do we think SM pushed too early, or do we think they didn't push in the right way? So, for example, if BTS did what they did in 2009, it would have popped, because the problem with SM wasn't when, it was actually what.
I don't think BTS would have popped.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to listen. Army is Bora. Hey, you know how it is. I'm not trying to bring in, but like, you know,
I just
like. Do you think it's timing or technique? With
timing, and then technique because of timing. Because I think having Twitter and all of that, just like having the internet as big as it is and so connected right now, helped, I feel like, with BTS. While I feel like back then, while we did have like YouTube and like you could connect with people, like I just don't think it was anywhere near how it is now. Like, it's easier to find things. I don't know. It's just Twitter exists, and I think that creates like a union for like fans to talk about stuff. So I think it's the timing mainly, I guess.
No, I think that's fair. I mean, I think it is interesting that like BTS, when they did pop off, it wasn't specifically because they tried to do anything like they weren't putting out English albums at the time and stuff like that. So it is interesting. It makes you kind of wonder if SM just pushed like Boa, the music Boa already had, or something like that. Although, you know, like I said, some of her on her album, some of the songs were just English versions of songs she already had, if that was a thing. But I do agree that like the just globalization of everything just helped push things like to the forefront. Let's see what chat has to say. Daisy says, I think it was both in SM's case. Turmel says, it was early. America had the whole Disney era going on. Justin Bieber was popular, so K-pop simply had nothing to fill at the time.
What were we doing in 2009?
Like the Disney girlies, the Hannah Montanas and the Selena Gomez's. You spin my head right around.
I think 2009 is when I stopped watching Disney for like a good decade.
You don't watch Witches of Waverly Place?
I did for like the first 2 seasons. I also watched like Hannah Montana for like the first 2 seasons or whatever. And then I stopped watching Disney altogether.
I think
I'm a cartoon person.
Yeah, same. I still watch Cartoon. I'm like at the bar when they have sports on. I'm like, change it to Cartoon Network, and I like flip them the coin.
Okay.
They're like, ma'am, you're 57, and I'm like, okay. And that, what does that have to do with you?
Cartoon Network, please. Anyway,
like, keep the change. It's a penny. Lamy says it was Letterman. SNSD was the first on late night. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Little SNSD paved the way. They were the first K-pop group to do American late night TV. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like this just made me find Isuman very strange, because it's just like you tried to make it like you were standing up for something like that was like a bigger cause, but it seemed like you were just mad because I don't even know why at this point. So we'll see you on the other side.
The other side. I want you to see.
Woo.
The other side. The other side of me. I loved Hannah Montana that first season. I had the whole entire album memorized.
She really did have bops. She really did have bops.
Like, If We Were a Movie was my song.
Oh gosh,
I love that song.
If I was a movie and you were the popcorn, literally that was my bop.
Is that an alternate version where you're in the theater?
That's the 18-inch cut, y'all. And you were the nachos. Honestly, she really knew.
I was the cheese. You fell in love in the end. We be munching.
And you were the sticky floor.
Oh gosh. Fade to black. What's that gum on my butt?
And you were the guy in the seat be like, don't open the door. What is he doing? And I was telling you to shut up. All right, y'all. It's about that time where we ask our sugar father to see if he has any coins for us. Okay, I'll preface this. I didn't get to make the intro, so boo was on me. All right, guys, I'm sorry, but it will be made.
I spent like hours getting these pictures.
I didn't have time because I have poor time management skills.
So God! But I got the pictures.
As punishment, should I do Aegir for the rest of the stream?
No. You should just sing "Brand New" by Jimin.
brand new, yeah.
Or maybe not.
I'm laying my heart on the line. How dare. All right, y'all. It is time for the one and only
Ew.
Jazz, what did our unemployed king do this week?
How dare you?
What? I'm just saying what's on the script.
Doing a lot this week. What did he do? I don't even remember. He went to this thing. I don't even know what it was. It looked like this is called Samsung Electronics.
He set up a step and repeat outside of his house, and he made it seem like he was going to.
He might as well have, because I was very confused. It looked like he was in an IKEA. I don't know, but he went to a Samsung Electronics event called Bespoke, and I guess they were showing off like the electronics that Samsung has for like home stuff. So I think it was like an IKEA like setup. That's what it looked like.
It's a garage sale.
He took pictures in front of like the stuff and whatnot.
He looks cute.
But yeah, he's so adorable. When I was looking at pictures, I was like, man, take me back to 2013. That was a year. That was a year. But
what are these from?
Also, it's his birthday today, actually, since the 26th. But he celebrated it. How dare you? He celebrated it the 22nd because he said that he I think he's, what did he say? He's not training. He's doing something. Practice. Rehearse. I think that's what he said. He said rehearsal. He has it on Sunday. I don't know why or what for. He didn't go into detail.
That's so
But
vague.
he did this.
Okay.
He did he did like a little fan meet, and like he took pictures. He like cut a cake.
Aww.
He did aegyo, which was, you were 33, so
do not egg your age shame. Okay, we're all young at heart.
Kidding. But yeah, he did that. Oh gosh. Anyway, you're way too old. I don't even know how when you're younger than him. That's crazy.
Tragation. Okay, I'm doing egg for the rest of the thing.
Oh no.
You've earned this.
Don't do this to do this to the viewers. Yeah, so it was his birthday. Well, it is his birthday.
Aww.
Took a little picture. I wish I was there.
You could be. You could have flown out and saw your man, but
yeah, 27 hour. What, I don't even know how long it would be, but longer than 3-hour flight that I just could not do.
Standing nose does not know any time. You know, it's just there's no time.
It knows a lot of time. But and then the last thing he did was he did a thing with Kai. They did the rover like thing, because Kai's been putting in work.
I'm saying, like,
and he said it too. He said, I think he was at some music show, and he was like, "Yeah, if you want to do the cover, like a dance with me, just call me." And so I guess he's just like getting calls, and people are just like, "Let's do this."
That's so cute.
He did it with Jimin. He did it. I've seen him do it with Jungwoo from NCT.
Mm-hmm.
He did Gravity. I've heard of them. I don't know their members. He did it with Jinwoo from NMIX. Just a whole bunch of people.
I think it's so cute.
I think even ATs. So like, cool.
I found it so
but
cute.
Jimin did it too, and it was cute. They did a little I don't know, a little bit of acting where Jimin was like, he was doing his little dance practice, and then Kai was trying to like pretend he was gonna surprise him. And then they did the dance. And then Jimin was like, "Get out of here. You're ruining my dance practice." It was very cute and funny.
That is so cute. Oh my god. Yeah. You know what? I was gonna give him an unemployed stamp and like be like, he put up
do that for your face.
You put a step repeat in front of
I tried to help
garage.
you out by adding a picture. Not a picture, a video.
Shumin put a step and repeat in front of a garage sale from Craigslist. He gave a vague response that he was getting ready to wash his hair. You know what? I have to. I'm just kidding. He's employed.
How dare you?
He's fully employed. I got the check. All right, it's fine. He's sugar daddering. So he beats the allegations. Now, somebody who doesn't beat the allegations, and not through any fault of his own, I just was very lazy this week, is one Do Kyung-soo, but I will play the intro.
How dare you?
Kyung Cyples, don't say I don't do anything for you. I didn't have anything for him.
See, what you should have done was be in solidarity with not having one for Jimin and just not have one for Kyung-soo.
Yeah, but that's so
and then
cute.
You didn't have anything for him.
That's true.
That's so rude.
That's because, you're right. I'm being a fake fan, a flop, if you will. It's just that I didn't have time to watch his thing this week because I was watching The Glory. So blame what is her name? Song Hye Kyo. Okay. And okay, we'll have to talk about this during open bar, but the husband. Don't give me that face.
I'm sorry. It's because I watched what is it? Bad and Crazy? Good, Bad, and Crazy? And I was like looking at this guy and was like, when I was watching The Glory, and I was like, I have seen this guy and I think he's evil. And I don't know why he's evil.
Oh, yeah.
But I realized it's because he was evil in the Bad and Crazy show. So now I'm like, and I can't unsee, and I'm just like, you're just a bad guy. I do like the other guy, though.
Please don't tell me the crazy one with the wig, with the mullet.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, the one that, love interest.
Oh my God, no offense, but that guy is so snoozy. I fast forward every time he's on the screen. So cringy,
but I think he's just cute. That's my thing.
Side eye.
Just kidding. Best.
Okay, let's see what chat says before we move on to our next topic. Where's the proper Schumann intro? I'm working on it. I promise it will be here.
We're all wondering this.
Eventually. Because I wanted to use that really cute sound for Kyung-soo. But yeah, Daisy says, for real, he is promoting the shit out of Rover. Truly, you would think that that's the last song he's ever gonna make. Wait, maybe he's telling us something. But
he's hinting at it.
I find it really cute because you would think, he's been in the game for so long, he's so popular, he has so many fans, he could really just coast and just like not even do anything. But the fact that he's out here promoting like a rookie or something like that is extremely charming. And I think it's really interesting to see how much these solo promotions mean to him and how like emotional and stuff like he gets, because it's just like, dude, you are part of EXO, you guys have won Daesong over Daesong, have like sold millions of albums. It's like, this is not new to you, but he seems so passionate about it, which is very cute. But yeah,
I feel like that's good too.
That's true.
I feel like it's sad when you just stop trying just because you've made it or whatever.
Just add Kyung-soo.
It's like the fun stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like delete all the fun stuff when you do that.
That's so true. Jessica said, I heard his waiting room at Music Bank literally formed a line because all the idols wanted to do the dance. That's so cute.
He was like, all right, relax. I said, call me. Not form a line. All right? I'll call you when I'm ready.
Oh, gosh. But yeah. Okay, because can we do some snipping?
Snipping?
Can we snip and go straight to the songs? Or is there a part that you wanted to do?
Something else?
Well, we have the chart watch and the comebacks, but those are more just announcements, so we could go straight to the music. Yeah. Unless there was something you want. Okay, so we're taking a detour. There's some comebacks, Twice as Iconic. Actually, let me bitch you real quick. I tried to get Twice tickets. Count your numbers, Ticketmaster, or count your days, Ticketmaster. I'm through with the abuse. I'm through with the unfairness. All right, that's it. Oh yeah, also shout out to NMIX because their new song charted in the top 100, and I think I read on a Pan Choa post that apparently it was the first time that any of their songs debuted in the top 100 of Melon. So it looks like we finally have a hit on our hands. All right, so we're gonna start with the first song. So guys, this is our flop and bop segment, a segment where we talk about songs, new music that has come out this week, and we give it a rating and also say whether it's a definitive flop or bop. So for the first song. We have NMIX. They had a pre-release
NMIX.
with
NMIX.
Are you a Sir Mix-a-Lot?
And in a mix.
You better Espa better watch out. But yes.
You have 2 X.
Oh wait, is it NMIX? Yeah. It's
just NMIX.
Okay, Mix-a-Lot. You better clock me. So
it just looks so funny. No, mix.
Listen, guys, I can't spell speaker right. Okay.
Oh.
I love that response. Oh. Ooh.
Tell me more.
George Takei. Oh. Oh my. Yeah, we have NMIX coming out with Love Me Like This. This is
Love Me Like This. Love Me Like
You stan.
Love Me Like This.
Yeah, they have, this is their follow-up to the the title track to the pre-release song Young Done Stupid that they originally released. And it seems to be really doing some thingy things. But Jazz, I'll let you start with what you thought about Love Me Like This.
My initial thoughts was that I like this a lot better than Young Dumb Stupid. Like, it's more my style. Like, I think it's 10 times better than Young Dumb Stupid. And I also noticed that they ditched the switch up part, like the NMIX switch up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I noticed they did that with Young Dumb Stupid, but I was like, oh, I guess it's their pre-release, so maybe they might not do it, but they didn't even do it in the main title track, so I guess maybe, I wonder if they're just gonna ditch it completely. But I definitely think this was a solid comeback, and I also saw that this was made by London Noise, and I love their songs. Like, usually I just love them. They made Dum Dum, and they made Gravity, which are 2 of my, like, Dum Dum is my, like, it's in my top 5 for Red Velvet. And then Gravity is in my probably top 5. It's probably my number 1 EXO song, actually. I just love Gravity. But they just made a lot of SM songs that I really like. I think they also made, like, 4 Walls.
Ooh. Oh, that's it? Okay.
I think they worked on 4 Walls, at least. So I was, like, looking at a list, and I was like, dang, they really, worked on a lot of good songs. So it makes sense that I do like this.
Yeah. I was going to say, it is, like, I feel like, because I think both this combo of Young Done Stupid and Let Me Like This is getting really, like, good feedback and attention for them. So I feel like if they see that, then they were definitely probably not going to see, at least not on the main songs, like that switch up concept come back. Although I don't think it's an inherently bad idea. I just feel like they were maybe executing it too ambitiously. Like, it wasn't even that jarring in Dice. It just was like, Dice was just not a very interesting song to me personally. Wow. Even though I knew you were going to say that. That one part cannot save the whole song. I'm so sorry.
I think it's because I had a TikTok on that had that part and it kept repeating that. I tend to leave my phone. I leave my phone on sometimes and I'll just, like, walk around and do stuff. And I'm too lazy to, like, switch to TikTok. So I think there was a time that I just kept hearing the big wig, and I'm like, now I actually like it.
That is like one of, like, the highlights, I think, also. But yeah, I definitely like it. I definitely think it was fun. It was crazy because I was like, I feel like I've heard this song before, and I realized it's because it reminds me of Like This by Wonder Girls, which is a song that they released, like, a long time ago, like, 2000.
I love Like This.
Yeah, it's
Like This, y'all.
Like This.
Really?
It does. Love me like this. Love like it literally goes like the like. Oh my gosh, really?
Because I love like This is probably my favorite Wonder Girls. That's probably.
I feel like these sound very similar. Like the verses and the chorus. Yeah. Like the running beat in the back.
Like meshing together very well, but I don't think they sound like the same at the same time. I don't know.
I think they sound very. I think they definitely have a similar vibe. And
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, which is a good thing because, like, similar. I like that I like this. I definitely think like this is better than this song, but like this is a good song overall. I mean, I'm just saying. Right. Literally nobody asked.
Right. I love like this. Like this, I'm telling you, like I've listened to that song so much. There is no other Wonder Girl song.
It is a very good song,
lately, except for that one.
But I do like this, and I think Young Dumb Stupid is better just because that Young Dumb Stupid part is so catchy to me. So I know you hate it because you're a hater. No. I'm taking your Sir Mix-a-Lot stand card away. I'm just telling you,
wait, which song got on Melon?
This one debuted on Melon. I think Love Me Like, or Young Dumb Stupid didn't debut on Melon, but it rose eventually. So sleeper hit. If anything, you could say that it debuting on Melon is the work that Young Dumb Stupid put in, because people are like, oh, let's check this out. Listen, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I just make sure they benefit me. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. So I would actually give it a 7 out of 10. I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
I'd say 7.5.
Oh, okay. This is a first time I feel like in a while that you've had a higher. Okay. All right, guys, I put the poll up. So we are now deciding whether NMIXX Love Me Like This is a flop or bop. As we do that, I will see some of you guys' opinions in the chat. Tia says, yes, for the life of me, I've been trying to find out why this song sounds so similar. See? Listen, y'all.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. It's a bit... Wow, y'all thought this was a flop. That's surprising to me. That's very surprising to me.
Oh, do they?
Well, there's some votes, but it's mostly bop, I think, but there's some votes. While we vote and we name it a flop or bop, I'm just going to set up the Jimin tag. Y'all know we were going to talk about Jimin. I don't even know what I'm saying. Jimin. Like crazy.
Oops. Oh, whoops.
That doesn't sound good. Oh, whoops.
No, I clicked on something I didn't do.
Royally Princess said, "Rip, I clicked flop on accident." Why does that keep happening? What is up? The people accidentally clicking flop and the flop or flop.
It's because you need a meh option in between. Just saying. I noticed that Ludwig put like 4 different choices. How come you can't put?
Because I'm not Ludwig. I'm better. No. Just kidding.
Is that better?
How dare you? You know, go and have a K-pop stream with Ludwig, man.
I don't know if he has any favorable insight.
Didn't he say that Psy paved the way?
Yeah.
How random for him to be in that debate.
I think he was. Oh yeah, I think he was just like ranking top songs that have beat records or something.
Hwasong says, IDK, I kind of missed the switch up. I do admit that while I do think the 2 songs are good, they're a bit like anyone could have sang this, and it kind of loses some of their uniqueness and individuality. Like they sacrifice. No, I feel like they had to sacrifice some of their uniqueness for a good song. No offense. This is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
I wonder if they this was one song, Love Me Like This was one part of the switch up, and Young Dumb Stupid was another part of the switch up.
And they made them 2 songs.
And they were like, all right, let's just break up the song into 2.
That would be so funny. That would be interesting. Side B, side A.
I swear, the second song, whatever that was 10 times better than whatever it started off with. The second verse was like, if that was a singular song, I think they would have had much more success.
Yeah.
But they just sounded so different.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So this is a certified bop. Y'all voted it here. All right. So moving on to Jimin Sing Machine. So yes.
You can't use that again. How dare you? You've already moved on from Chen.
Listen, I have to
all in one day.
It moving. Oh well. So yes, Jimin released his long-awaited solo album, Face. Yes, last week we heard the pre-release, Set Me Free Part 2, Jungyeon, I'm Coming For You. That was like in the parentheses, but they had to kick that part to the curb. And now we get finally the title track, Like Crazy. And the album also came out, but we'll be focusing on the title track, of which there is a Korean version and an English version. I only listened to the English version once when he performed it on Jimin Fallon.
Was that the English version?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I was paying attention.
Yeah, because I had listened to the Korean version multiple times at that point. There is a lot of English in the Korean version, mind you, so it is kind of hard to tell. But I remember being like, oh, I don't remember this word being in there, and then realizing that he was singing it in English. But yeah. So yeah, he also performed it on Jimin Fallon. That's a little inside joke me, Jimmy, and Jimin have. His name is Jimin Fallon, though. Oh, gosh. How dare you. So as the number one, the literal high-ranking priestess, the Kikyo, if you will, of the G Ministry, what did you think?
Oh, wait, you said I am or you are?
You are.
Oh, I thought you said that you were the high rank. I was like, in what world? I mean, I'm not either, but that's obvious. I think this song was 10 times better than, like, actually 100 times better than Set Me Free. I think this was very retro. I like that. I like retro music. So I think it was good.
You're like, Jimin, passable, Jimin. Good job. Get to stay another day on this earth. No, I agree. It's such a vibe. And the music video with the song was I don't know, made my head feel so fuzzy and warm. And
I did not even see the music video.
It's very like artsy, very like I feel like it fits really, really well. I think it really complements. So I'd give it a look, but I don't think like it enhances the song per se. It just like complements it very, very well. But yeah, I thought it was really, really nice. I don't know, I feel like such a give me my petticoats type girl, because like there's like kissing. He doesn't kiss anyone, although there's this point where he kind of has a love interest in it, maybe, question mark. And I was like scandalized. I'm like, why am I acting like a 5-year-old? It's so weird. But there's like a scene where like two people are making out, and I was like, like give me my petticoat. But yeah, I liked it. He's cute. He's a little cutie. Him speaking fluent English on Jimmy Fallon was wild too. I was like,
oh yeah, I thought that was interesting. I was like, he's trying. Wow.
Yeah, it was really cute. But
I like the Jimin experience thing. That was funny.
I didn't see that. That was the one video I didn't see. I meant to watch it before.
It was very short. It's like a minute.
Is James Corden not James Cordening anymore?
I thought it got canceled.
Oh, did it? Okay, I was wondering why he didn't.
I don't know, maybe not. Now that I'm thinking about it, I swear he just had a carpool karaoke thing. Or is carpool karaoke its own thing now?
I think it's his own thing on Apple Music.
Okay, then never mind. Yeah, he's done.
But I really like this. I don't think quite yet I've gotten a BTS solo release like since they announced the hiatus that I was like, wow. But I definitely think this is probably the most one up my alley out of everything they've released. Sorry about it. It's really good. What would you give this as out of a rating of 10?
6.
So lower than Love Me Like This. Interesting. Yes. I mean, that's fair. I actually would give it an 8. I found myself like rewinding when I was driving my car doing errands today. I found myself rewinding or like playing this song purposely many times. I mean, it fit the vibe because it was very rainy and like a little bit somber today. So, but I don't know. I really liked it. But I just put the flop and bop up so you guys can vote. Like, it doesn't matter. Apparently, he sold 1 million copies on the Hanteo charts in one day.
What? Did you switch them?
What?
Flop and bop?
Probably. Why?
I think I... Wait, I'm confused.
You made it a flop? Listen, the G Ministry, get her.
Did I? I don't know what I did now. Now I'm confused. I don't know what I clicked on. I feel like I clicked on bop, but at the same time, I feel like I saw flop. Like, you ever hear, like you ever see something? I don't know.
Jasmine.
How to describe what I'm going to say.
I'm just kidding. Oh, no, I know what you think. Like, you thought you did something.
My niece turned 1, like, a couple of weeks ago, and I got a candle that said, like, I thought I got a candle that said 1, but as I was about to get the candle out to go and give it to my mom, I was like, wait a minute. Before I even saw the candle, I was like, I think I got 6 instead of 1.
What?
And I was like, my brain, like, literally was just like, why? Like, you got it 6. Why would you think you got 1? And I was just like, why did I get 6? Like, what's going on?
That's like,
and why am I remembering this right now instead of when I was staring at it?
That's like the opposite of deja vu. That's like vuja day. Like, what?
It's like my brain went on autopilot and was just like, all right, this, and then like I checked out.
That's so scary. I thought you were gonna be like, I thought I got 1, but I got 373. And I'm like, I don't think they make candles that high, but okay.
Imagine. Where was I? How did I get it? Where the heck? I had like only 1,000 miles on my car. Now I'm looking at it at 2,000. Where did I go?
Oh, that's kind of scary though, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what my brain does. It's like hindsight. I don't even. Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a good like correlation. I loved it. It kind of gave me the Weekend vibes, but I love how it perfectly suits him. I definitely felt that, the Weekend vibes.
The Weekend, especially is like the one before this last album, the one that had like "Save Your Tears"
for another day.
That's very 80s.
A Daisy says, "Did y'all see the thing with Hanteo charts and ARMY? What happened? I saw that he sold 1 million, or almost sold 1 million, but then they like froze it at like 995K or something. But people were saying that it was pretty much confirmed to be 1 million.
But what? Was it a problem?
I guess maybe they didn't calculate it properly, and so he. But I'm not sure. You guys will have to school me on it. Okay. Chimrel says Face is good. Set Me Free Part 2 made more sense when I heard the flow of the album. I think I need to listen to a flow ride. Because you said that you think it. Yeah, you said you didn't think it belonged on the album.
I just think it's just not a. I will stand by this. I just don't think it's a good song. So I don't think it belongs on any album.
Gee. You're like.
I did like his other songs from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But Set Me Free was like not good. Still.
I definitely appreciate it more. Like it's that Set Me Free is hella catchy in retrospect, I think. But yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Leanne says, time will tell if I generally loved it or it was just relieved this wasn't another Set Me Free Part 2 situation. Listen to the song. All right, well, chat has spoken and this has been a certified bop. All right, I think it will be safe to just move on to open bar right now because it seems like we're already getting into different topics. So does that sound good with you, Jazz?
Are you skipping over the...
Yeah. We can push them.
Are you not going to do the battle?
I feel like because we battled with Jimin last time, it might be like Saboteur. Why you're ready to give it to Love and Mix?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see that M Mix was the supreme bop of today. Jimin, try harder. No, just kidding.
Exactly. Okay, no.
All right, so
both songs were good.
Yeah, I know they were both really enjoyable. All the songs we had here were very enjoyable. But I think we can move on to open bar. So da 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 da. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. All right. All right, y'all. So welcome to Open Bar, a little seg where we talk about anything. So I think we can just immediately segue into the fact that people are talking about whatever this Hanta chart thing is. Army said that it went over 1 million, then they froze the charts and then deleted sales, then dropped down to less than 1 million, and Hanta didn't explain what this. What? Are they out to get Jiminy?
What if it's because some of the sales just didn't go through?
How do they track sales for that thing? I forget. That's like the stores have to track them, or what is it? I'm gonna have to powder.
person. I know nothing about charts.
I mean, it's like part of me is like, why would you act maliciously against anyone that is even slightly related to BTS in our Lord's year of 2023? That's what I was like,
what if it's just genuinely something happened and where it's just how it is?
Yeah.
Because I don't like, why would they do that?
But it could also...
What's the end goal?
Yeah. Like, is it like the idea, Daisy, that like it's maliciously trying to sabotage him, or that Hanto's just incompetent? Because it could be that this was an unprecedented like amount of sales in, I don't know, in like a soloist category, that they just didn't have the, mainframe or like the capacity to like handle it. But it just seems wild for somebody to act ill-advisedly towards BTS in our good Lord's year of 2023. Because it was just like, you know that Army would come for you. You know that they would call you out. And if they found out that Papa YG was seeding you money to bring the downfall and the end of BTS, they would end your existence. So it's like, just doesn't seem like the smart thing to do. Daisy says, yes, the accredited sales place reports on the units they move. So it's the stores that are submitting. That's so weird. So was it the stores that didn't report correctly, or was it Hanto that was just randomly oh wait, I meant, what puff were you using? Oh, this is Sonia Kashkushka. Was it Sonia Kashkushka? It's a Target brand.
Oh.
Let's see. Sonia. But it's a body puff. That's the thing. Like, I think Real Techniques has it. It just is like a huge size puff, because usually they're a lot smaller. And I just love using these ones because they just get all of your face in like one thing. So you can just like do it through, instead of like having to be like... So any type of body sized puff. Oh, Kashuk. Sonia Kashuk. Yeah. And I think I got this at Target for like $5, but... What is it? Something bump hydration boost. Glowing pump hydration boost. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's this like brainwashing commercial that Wan Young's in. It's not actually brainwashing, but
oh, that sounds like something I would never watch.
Not you immediately.
Is it like repetitive?
Well, yeah, because it's like supposed to be like a challenge. Head on? What's that?
You never seen the head on commercials?
No.
And it would just be like, head on, apply directly to the forehead.
Oh yeah.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
That was also
head on.
Very.
And it would just say it like 10 times. And then it would be back to back. Same commercial.
Oh.
No, actually, I think there was another one. It was like head on, and then there was a different one that had the same exact thing. I think it was the same company.
That's very weird.
Different like product.
But I do remember that so specifically. But yeah.
I know.
What is it? Hydration boost. Pump glowing. Yeah. Pump plump glowing.
Where have you
pump
seen this?
TikTok. Please don't ban it or I'll have no personality. Pump glowing hydration boost. And it's like it's like part of the Wan Youngism that they practice on there, and it's like anytime you're not about to do your skincare routine, you play that, and you're like, what would Wan Young do? I don't know. Kids are crazy.
Ew. That would make me want to not do it.
Paola says also pump glowing hydration boost. Plump glowing hydrate malfunction. Oh, okay. Anyway, Paola says also, have you guys been keeping up with Boys Planet? It's basically Fruity Flynn. So I love this in it. Literally every time I see it, it's somebody showing me that one guy dancing to "I'm Your Mother" by RuPaul, or it's rankings of who's like it's like the sassiest Boys Planet member. That's the only thing I see, which makes me want to watch it because I'm like, okay, personality, like I want people who are interested, but I've already seen that it's become a bloodbath. And guys, I always say that's the one thing that I don't love about survival shows is that people get so nasty when it gets down to the ringer, and it's just like, okay, I need my fave to get in, and if that means slandering other people, then I'm down for it. Like, you know, your boy Huey, they're calling him an old hag.
Well, I figured that would happen.
Not you accepting it.
He's like 30.
Not you immediately accepting the outcome. But I'm just...
They call people who are 25 old. So like he's well past that. So it's like, all right, he's gonna be a hag now. It's like, this is what it is.
I was just shocked because I feel like no offense. Okay, I feel like a lot of the time you don't get that with boy idols. Like they'll be like, okay, he may be a hag, but he's cute, so who cares? Like. They'll like notice it, but they won't do that. I feel like they'll acknowledge when one person's older, but they won't use that as a reason to completely count them out unless it's just like, but I guess it's kind of true. I don't know how old these kids are, to be fair, so I don't know.
I think for one-on-one, the one guy, he was older, but the only reason he made it, I feel like it wasn't because they thought he was like the most attractive or anything. I think they just thought he was funny and he had personality, and that's the only way that I think he really got that far.
That's fair.
Which is sad because I think he could sing, but I also think that they would always make him do like, I think he did something with like his fingers or something, and like people were like, oh my gosh, it's so funny, and they were in love with him.
Jeez, it really doesn't take much if you get in early. If you're able to, like, somebody should write a guide, like one of those people who do like the K-pop video essays should write a guide on a survival guide for like ensured success on a survival show. So like literally analyze everyone who is successful on a survival show and just basically map out everything they did, and then cross check what was similar and like what are like do's and don'ts. So it's like you gotta have a good performance. Your first performance has to be really, really good. Either has to be really, really good or really, really bad. Either way, so you stand out. And then your first evaluation, you have to show that you're nice. Like it doesn't matter if you sing well, but show something about your character. And then you have to have like a viral catchphrase. Like basically just map out what are like the success tools that successful contestants or whatever. Because I just feel like at this point,
but then everyone's just gonna be doing that.
That's true. But I mean,
it's just gonna be a whole bunch of chaos.
True. That's true. Oh, it's been bad since the show started. Huh? Mess. I feel like there's at least a moment of kumbaya where everyone's just like, oh, fun, new trainees. And then when the first elimination comes around, I feel like in like survival shows, like people aren't vicious. They don't bring out their claws until like, not even
I feel like there's usually that one person, especially in like Produce, they'd be sitting in the top chair, like, I am the best. Who's gonna tell me no?
I am the best.
And then it's like somebody does, and then there's drama from that. It's just like, I'm gonna sit here, and then they battle. I don't even know. It's been years.
It's been years.
And the Pokemon come out, and then they do a Pokemon battle. They do a rap battle next. I don't know how they do that, but Pokemon makes sense. The rap battle, no.
Oh god. Well, they should, okay, at least like, I don't know, like even if it can't be like straight up like do's and don'ts. Like for example, when they make them do those like appeal videos where they do like the introductions, like why is that guy who said, "Yo, my name is Pretty Baby Boy Ricky Sajuke coming by. You want to go shopping?" What? Sajuke. You haven't seen these videos of this kid named Baby Boss Boy Ricky or something?
Who is that?
It's some guy. Some kid probably. Ricky. Let me play
Boys Planet?
Yeah. Boys Planet. Oh, wait. You haven't seen this? There's like videos on TikTok of people like literally repeating it verbatim. And I get scared every single time.
잠시 후 1분 카운팅이 시작됩니다.
저는 미국 LA에서 살았기 때문에 영어도 잘해요. Yeah. Young and rich, tall and handsome.
Young and rich, tall and handsome.
I'm Charisma Boss, baby.
I'm Charisma Boss, baby Ricky.
Baby Ricky. 저는 오늘 보이스 팬에서 꼭 가져갈 물건 쇼핑하러 왔어요. Do you want to go shopping with me?
Do you want to go shopping with me?
내가 사줄게.
What the fuck is happening?
내가 사줄게. Wait, did you find it?
Yeah, I'm watching. We're almost at the same part, basically.
Not Hwasung, saying it with your chest. Young and rich, tall and handsome, Charisma Boss, baby Ricky. What got me was when he was like, "You want to go shopping with me?" Nigga, sajuke.
Yeah, like, what is that? He takes out a credit card, fake credit card.
He takes out a boba tea punch card. People love this though, and I'm so confused.
You love?
Yeah. Or do they?
It's giving. Well, I was gonna say Chris energy with him, chicken nut style.
Oh, that's true. It is giving Chris energy. Wait, he had a fight? So he's out here scrapping? I'm so confused. I haven't.
Fight like in what way?
Somebody said, "No, I'll pay," and he was like, "No, I'll pay." And they started.
Like, did you not see my thing? Tall, rich, handsome. Do you not get it? The rich part. The rich part do you not understand?
Charisma Boss Baby. Boss Baby. Like the animated series.
He probably likes the movie and the TV show. Boss Baby.
I'm confused. All right, I'm gonna read some of these comments because I've been not keeping up with them. Daisy says they claim that the Hanta charts deleted 700K sales, but it still crossed the million sales already. It was trending worldwide.
Who's they?
The army. They think
How do they know? I'm so confused.
Somebody has an auntie.
I swear, it's like, why are you guys watching this stuff? I'm so sorry. I just don't get
I had to evaluate my life for a second.
I mean, like, you're not watching it. I mean, why are people?
To be fair,
just watching it that closely to know.
I don't. Yeah, it's kind of like. I mean, I get it. You don't want to be treated unfairly, but at the same time, it's like Jimin will still be rich, wealthy, and have sold well, whether it was 700K or 1,000,000K or 2,000,000K.
You're already past 1 million anyway. It's
yeah.
Just like, I feel like there's just nothing to be truly angry about.
Yeah, it just seems
except
petty.
to just be angry.
Yeah. Leanne says Rocky, formerly Astro, performed on a special music stage with his younger brother and his brother's group. They performed a B-side from their debut mini album, which Rocky helped compose. Wait, who is his younger brother? Maybe it's Boss Baby Ricky Sajuke.
Imagine.
But yeah, like, what an interesting, I don't even know what this is, this introduction. Ooh.
Biscuit Entertainment. What the heck?
Biscuits and Gravy Entertainment? What did you say? Waffle House Entertainment? What do you mean?
Imagine the fights. The chairs being thrown.
Tall and handsome. Young and rich, tall and handsome. Sir, what like sugar daddy Reddit or like sugar daddy side of TikTok have you been on to learn these phrases? Lami says tip one from this guide: be Mnet's fave to avoid evil editing for the guide. How do you do that? Like, is there, besides maybe being from a powerful company, do you think that there's a surefire way to get in Mnet's good graces and afford evil editing?
be funny. They'll get mad.
Ooh. Literally. So they can't use any of the clips where it's like showing you mad, but then it's showing you behind the thing you're supposed to be reacting. Young and rich, tall and handsome.
Oh yeah, big reactions whenever they're doing the freaking 10 times replay. You got to be the one that they show the most. Like at different angles too. You got to be like, and it could just be them just, like doing the simplest thing, but you got to do it. Do it at every single performance. Every time a new person comes up, just change up your face. Like they'll pick one. It doesn't even have to be the right performance. They'll probably still put you in to make it look like somebody cared.
Not that somebody cared. I mean, you have to JoJo pose to get attention.
I swear they just put whatever they want. Like it's not even the same performance, and it's just like the crowd is like probably watching something else, but they put it.
That's so true. Lami says, yeah, Chami was a lot. Her main claim to fame was almost being an SNSD. Oh, and that horrible high note she tried to hit.
Let's
Young and rich, tall and handsome.
She was out here fighting for her life. They were like, you're old. And she was just like, oh, you know what? I can sing this note still. And then, yes, she failed. But,
was it just, like, what was the context behind that? Because overall, she was a good singer. It was just one bum note. So why were they acting like this girl, like, had the throat of, like, a goat or something like that? Just because she...
Wasn't it Into the New World that she sang?
So it was, like, to add insult to injury. Like, not only did you get to SSD. That's so sad.
Noah was sitting there like, oh, this is going to get a lot of viewers. They're going to love this. The girl that almost made it and then she still fails. Wow.
That's sad. I don't like that. Because it's like one thing to evil edit them so they don't get in the final group, but to even evil edit them for their career to be over by humiliating them to that level is just mean.
They probably don't care.
True.
They're like, we're getting money and viewers, and that's what we're working for.
Which is just awful. Leanne said Rocky's brother's name is Junggun, and his group is called Ha.
And it's under Biscuit Entertainment.
It's under Waffle House Incorporated. Hwasong says literally some of the trainees are not speaking. They are not getting evil. They like, I show up, I dance, and I leave. Okay, Mnet, you don't have anything on me. Stop it.
That's why you just don't get any clips, though.
They're like,
just the background character.
I mean, better no clips than clips making you look like the devil's child.
Just be happy all the time.
Then they'll say you're fake.
Reactions, or like just funny reactions. Like a person messes up their note, just be like. And then and everyone's like, oh my gosh, funny.
Oh my
god, meme worthy.
They'll say you're funny until you get to the final top 25 and they're like, aren't you like not to be that person, but aren't you like annoyed with Ricky being so fake? Like he always overreacts and is always trying to make a joke when it's a serious situation.
That's when you cry and you get the people back on your side.
Wait, let me
start crying like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm just a happy person. Like this is what my life is. And now I'm just sad. And then everyone will just be like, "Oh, why would you hurt the happy virus of the team?"
Then they're like, "Did you guys notice his fake tears? Like I saw a bottle of Visine next to him."
And then you don't say anything. You don't say anything to that? Because then all the people will just drag them for you.
I don't know. Those
they'll know your tears are
those
genuine.
Shady streets of r/Kpop and One Hallyu.
Well, luckily
they'll
they're
take
not the
voting. They're probably not even voting, period.
True.
Oh, okay. All right, so for the last thing, I wanted to pivot back to the one and only The Glory. So, The Glory spoilers. Jazz, how far are you? So I know where I should stop. I'm
11.
Okay, so season 2 episode or part 2.
Is it a season 2?
Yeah, I hate that they call it season 2. But...
It came out in December, and then
true.
They released the second part just 3 months later.
That's true. We won't avoid spoilers, so we'll just at large talk about the plot and the people. But I did want to say, the way I'm rooting for the evil lady and her husband to divorce so he can then fly to America, find me. I'm just kidding. He's so fine though. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, that show really screwed up like how I see that guy.
The other one he was in?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what I was thinking about the girl who plays the evil, because I'm like, you've played that character way too well. After this, you cannot turn around and play an innocent, you know, office worker who falls in love, you know, for the first time with her boss or something like that. Like, you are now branded with being an evil, mean bully. Yeah. Like,
that means you did your job well.
Yeah, it's true. But I feel like that happens a lot, especially in K-dramas, where somebody will play one type of person and then they'll keep playing that type of person and like keep getting cast as that type of person. And I'm like, that must suck unless you're typecast as like a main character, like, you know, the type of person to be the main. Yeah. Out of control, what Daisy says, Jay, same. I'm ready to be the mom that's oh my God. Out of control. But same. No, because he's just very, and somebody said this, so I saw that some people, because I think Song Hye Kyo, like, sometimes people will judge her for her, say her acting's not good. Sometimes they won't, blah, blah. But I saw this really interesting this comment about the chemistry between her and her like, the people that she's paired with as like love interest. And they were like, and I don't even think they were trying to be ageist, but they were like, yeah, she's always put with these young guys that are like fresh.
Yeah, that guy's young.
I think they have like 18, or is he younger than us?
I think so. I think just like
I don't like this showing,
but like still.
Yeah, they have, and I think it's weird because it's like they're supposed to be the same age, I think.
Yeah,
because she
was like, I'm born in 1989. I was like, sir, you are not. You are not, and she is not. So like, what are we doing? What's going on? Both of you are lying.
Yeah, I was, when she kept calling him Sunbae, I was like, is there somebody behind him? No, just kidding. But it's not even like, because the thing is, her looking older than him is not like, because obviously she's gorgeous. It's just like, oh, okay. But at the same time, I'm like, it shouldn't matter. But at the same time, it's like, well, they're trying to say that they're the same age, and it doesn't look like that. So that's why it's like jarring. But somebody was like, yeah, she's always put with these like fresh, new, like not fresh, but like young, inexperienced actors, and the chemistry is just not there. And I was like, oh, you guys are being ageist. But when I saw her go, like her and the husband of her bully, fireworks. Literally, they don't even say, and I think it's because they look more compatible, and I feel like they're on the same wave. I think they had like, I was like, okay, man, girl, don't just end this girl's life or end this girl's career. Steal her man, because y'all are so cute. That young boy, he's not giving anything. He's, when their scenes are on,
acting, in my opinion.
Huh?
I think it's just how it's written.
That they're stale like, and have no chemistry?
The other guy, I'm like, what makes you this devoted?
Yeah, exactly. I hate that. Maybe I'm bitter.
That happened makes anyone devoted like that. And to me, that's writing. You can't, like, he's trying to like emulate it, and it's like, I get it.
He seems very annoying.
The writing just didn't follow up with that.
Yeah, it makes it.
While the other guy, it seems like it's kind of like there's some type of build up, but it's not like he's forcing any emotions or anything.
I think that's also what made that character seem so juvenile to me, because it's like you played go with her for like a season and you're madly in love with her and literally her live in your house. Like, it's just like, it's too gung ho.
There's so many things that I was just like, huh?
But K-dramas love limiting people, like, they love rich people, they love showing rich houses, and they love unlimited money so you can do anything, and they love like having a poor character that has some circumstance where they don't actually have to be poor for too long because they feel like that would be boring, so they're immediately thrust into a world where they can live a rich life with like endless money and comfortable, so they don't have to, like, I've noticed that so much in K-dramas. It's like, even if the person is poor, they're not poor for long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That every time that kid he comes on, And I know he has this whole plot with his dad, and it's kind of interesting, but I'm just like, fast forward.
How dare you? I just think he's so cute that I'm just like, whatever. I'm fighting through. I'm like fighting through like, this is cringy, but like, I like you a lot, so I will stay. I will stay for it.
Leanne said, I saw K-Nessons are saying the actor who plays the husband looks like UJ Suk. I can kind of see
who?
UJ Suk, the comedian who's like on Running Man, and he used to host Come to Play.
What's funny is that in the show that I was saying that he was evil in, he had glasses on. I think that also throws me. So like he had glasses on, and then he would take them off, and then it was like, I'm evil. And I was like, okay, sir. And now I can't see him the same way.
You're like mad at him for taking roles that you don't approve
like
of.
you can't be nice now. No. You're evil.
And Daisy said, I was just talking about that with my sister-in-law. This is the third drama it happened, and yeah, it's not working. With Song Hye Kyo's love interest. Yeah, it's just not, I don't know. It's just not chemistry. And I think, yeah, it's because he just seems so young and puppy-lovey that it just doesn't seem realistic. And I agree. It is a writing thing where I feel like they could have done more to express why he's so obsessed with her. But yeah, I think the husband just takes a way more mature approach. And it's like, you can tell, like, okay, I don't know, like, the tea. Like, I don't know what actually happens, don't spoil. But, like, when he was, like, it's so crazy because, like, we got this idea that they had been playing Go with each other for, like, season upon season upon season or whatever. And that's where he kind of took a liking. Literally one match of Go that this dude witnesses her play and then plays with her. I understood why, and how he approached it too was just like, you know, I understood, but he made it so
like, oh, let's play again.
And I was like, oh, none of that guy's being
I think you just think he's good looking.
Your floor
okay,
mat.
That's what it is.
Ma'am, you can use me as your floor mat, please. Take my wallet, man. He's like into Findom or something. Your fave is into Findom. I'm so sorry.
All I know is he asked for one game, and I think you just think he's good looking, and that's why you think he's a good actor.
No, because because you're
envisioning yourself as the main character.
No, it's because I didn't think he was good looking until I kind of saw how he carried himself, how he was talking, how he was approaching her. Like, he wasn't smothering, he wasn't doing too much. It wasn't like, oh, I'm instantly in love with you after one or two meetings with you or whatever. I feel like he was like, I definitely am interested in seeing you, so I'm going to try to seek you out, but I'm not going to be super thirsty about it. I don't know. There's just something thirsty, which I do like a thirsty man. But in this case, I feel like it just seems like too puppyish. Like,
yeah, look, I don't know. It's the writing. Why'd they do that to him? They could have done so much better. Where you could be like, oh, you're interesting. And then, you know, just kind of help around. I don't know.
He's literally like, here's the keys to my house. He's like, here's the keys to my house. I'll kill for you. I'll...
It felt like he was just like, I am your knight. You are my queen. I will die if I must.
Oh, like, God.
What is going on?
He scared me. I was like, jump scare.
Where's the other guy? Out the way.
You know who is just needs to be stopped? The dude with the wig. He got a little mullet and he said, I'm gonna be out of control and unruly. He needs to be stopped. I hate him so much.
I thought he wasn't gonna be that bad because his younger self was literally doing nothing for a while. He was just there. He would just be like playing basketball while everything was going down. And it was like, I guess this guy doesn't really do much. And then I was like, oh no, you're crazy.
Exactly. He's crazy to everyone.
Everybody's crazy.
Exactly. Not a single sane soul. Not a single sane soul, unfortunately. Yeah. Listen, it has to be the writing because Lee Do-hyun is a great actor and you can't convince me other. I agree. I don't think it's I think it is the writing. And I feel like I just don't like that character either. Like, I'm not saying anything on him personally, because I do agree with what you said, Jess, that he's trying to do the best with what was written for him. It just isn't doing anything for me.
You like the mysterious type. You like the tsundere.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Also, I think the way he dresses and the way he carries himself. Actually, yeah, you're right. I do like that type. I'm thinking about like all the characters I've been like attracted to, and
Sasuke. I'm kidding.
I'm sorry, I almost lost my lunch.
How dare you? Because usually I like the tsundere type. But this time I'm like, this guy's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, okay.
I don't know.
Are you gonna get?
I think it's really just because I have seen him before. It's really effing up my perception.
Yeah. But other than that, also the third guy that's like the muscle, I hate him too. He's kind of cute, but he's annoying. The one with the shaved and like the nail bun.
Yeah, you say kind of cute.
I mean, he was.
The other guy's better looking.
Yeah, definitely. I had a moment where I was like, "Oh, he's kind of cute," but his character is too insane. I can't. And he put the extensions in and thought he was that girl, and it's unnecessary. Unfortunately.
Wait, which one?
The one. Ooh, I was about to be a spoiler. The friend, the one that didn't say much when he was younger.
Oh.
Yeah.
The one that you were dragging before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate him.
Okay.
I hate him.
Wow.
Watch 18 again. It's a very good K-drama that allows Lee Do-hyun to show off his acting. Okay, I'll check it out.
17 again.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it seems like. Lami says, in K-dramas, isn't the reverse more common with older males and much younger females? Maybe they don't want to cast Haekyo with older male actors because of her age. Interesting. I do agree that the opposite is more common. Like, they don't want to cast her with older females because of the age gap. They'd have to get somebody, I guess, even older, which would be not. Although she's only like 42 or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I was watching a TikTok of like, I guess, I feel like TikTok knows that I'm watching this show because I'm like, why are you showing me so many
TikTok CEO?
the glory, like, people. But, what's it called? They showed me, like, it was like showing her throughout the years and how little she changed. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But I think, yeah, she's like 40.
Yeah. And I feel like because of like the shape of her face, she's always looked more mature, like not in a bad way, which even sucks that I have to preface that looking mature is like an insult when it's obviously not or whatever. But yeah, it was really interesting seeing because yeah, she really does just look the same, which is really cool. Leanne says, speaking of currently airing jobs, I am once again asking people to binge watch Taxi Driver season 1 so I can catch up to watch season 2 with me. I'll check it out. Honestly, The Glory was one that people kept saying watch, and I just was like, but now I'm loving it. So I'm like, maybe I should listen to people more. Okay. Well, ooh, what?
So no, I was typing Taxi Driver and I forgot there's Taxi Driver, like the movie.
Oh yeah. And there's the anime. All right, guys. So, I swear, you do not have to go home. But
I think we do.
Young and rich, tall and handsome. I'm just kidding. You gotta get the heck out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining us at the Sleepy Idol, a little bar on 34th and Crenshaw, where you can sit back, relax, and talk about K-pop with your fan. Unfortunately, we have reached the end of our party of the bar. The bar is closing. Get your last drinks. But before they do, Jazz, is there anything you want to tell the people, the good people at home?
Usually I say what I'm watching, but I already discussed what I'm watching. So, I said that I watched the Yellow Jackets. I think the season 2 is starting tomorrow, so I'm excited about that.
Hey, okay, Yellow Jackets. I don't think I'm watching I'm watching The Glory, so I'm probably going to try to finish that up sometime this week. Other than that, just keep an eye out on Twitter for when I go live. Usually do this podcast every week but I also like to pop up on my Twitch every now and then and stream there as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for hanging out with us. It was a really fun time. You guys, as always, have really insightful opinions and input, and be, you know, telling us what's what a lot of the times too. So again, thank you guys so much, and see you next time on the Sleepy Idol. Bye. So what about it? Oh, I have to play this at the end.
Oh god.
Also, if you like, make sure to like the video if you like the video. Thank you. Bye. Love y'all.